Alright. Hey everybody. Hope everybody's doing good today. Yes. It is Ainurauco. We are in the DRB. And instead of doing Shifting Spirit, we're actually going to be following Roselyn today. Unfortunately, she was in Valentine yesterday, just attending some of the boxing matches and meeting some people, clearing the water on a thing or two by talking to somebody. But unfortunately, she was approached. She went into the saloon to get something to eat and drink, minding her own business. Was approached by a gentleman that wanted to play 20 questions. Never introduced himself, just walked up and said, basically, he asked her name, where she was from, blah, 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 and wound up finally asking the question, well, what are you doing? And Roselyn, being Roselyn, said, well, currently, I'm in a town that I don't want to be in a saloon, trying to get something to eat, getting asked 20 questions by a guy before I starve to death. Well, I'm trying to get something to eat while being asked 20 questions before I starve. He said, well, you can go. And Roselyn's attitude is you don't tell her what to do. Only members of the family can tell her what to do. Nobody else can. The members of the family can very, very much tell her what to do. But this is a guy that was nobody that basically told her she could go like she was a puppy or a dog. So she proceeded to hog-tie him in the middle of the saloon and leave him laying there. So this is Roselyn. This is my criminal character. But she's going to be laying low today. Because apparently right after that exact incident, some people that she was not involved with decided to be throwing dynamite, large quantity of dynamite around, and everybody thought it was her just because she's a member of the family. Basically, you know, everybody's like, oh, that's gotta be that Creeper girl, because her nickname is Creeper. That's what she goes by in public. Only people in the family or people she wants to knows her real name. And of course, that's her horse, Cerebus. Apparently, Roselyn does hear voices. She talks to them. They're some of her best friends. They don't always agree. But in her head, she also talks to the horse. So that always makes for interesting conversation. Well, for her, it does. But we are going to be, today, like I said, she's laying low. So she is going to attempt something that I have wanted to attempt ever since coming to this county. She is going to try to travel the entire map while only doing deliveries. So traveling from one, pick up a delivery in one town, travel to the next town, drop it off, pick up one there, and travel from St. Denis all the way to Tumbleweed. I figured that would be a good way for her to lay low and make some money at some XP. Hey Timo, glad you could make it. So that's what she's going to be attempting. Much love, Timo, much love. I love that little emote. Much love. But that's what she's going to attempt to do. In a world where normally she's the robber. Now, if you've watched or heard me talk about Roselyn, she actually doesn't rob people. She reverse robs them. So she'll make them stick their hands up, just like a regular robbery, open up their bag and put something in it and then walk away. Or she gives them advice, such as if I see a traveler traveling without a gun on the upper road. Now you can't have, technically you're not supposed to have a mask or long arms in town, but I'm going to be heading out of town.
Leave me the hell alone.
So, anyway, so that's what she, normally she puts money or something in someone's bag and walks away and leaves them, or offers them advice like, hey, if you're going to be traveling goods, keep a gun out. It deters robbery. So the first thing we're going to do is, of course, get her into her disguise, because she's trying to lay low and, well, her outfit is kind of obvious. So let's go ahead and get her disguise on. Let's see. Let's travel around as the miner. Right, let that load in. Now, of course, between her and her horse, she is kind of obvious, so Cerebus will not be going with us. But I am going to put... I'm going to put this in her saddlebag. So that way, if I do get robbed, the only thing they're going to get is food. That's it. So we're good. Definitely a little dose of molasses there. We can tell Cerebus to leave now. Alright, there we go. Waiting for everything to load up here. Because right now I'm ghost. Don't you know that'd be creepy if you could walk around like that? Just a gun floating around? No, I may need to restart the game here. Yeah, it's lagging way too much. Okay, let's try that again. Get her ready. I'm open. Yeah, 'cause that took way too long just to close it out. There's only 99 people on. We'll make 100, so that's like half what the server can run, so that's not even bad. Dun, 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 dun. They don't take too long to load the game up. But yeah, that's our goal is to travel from Saint Denis all the way to Tumbleweed and hit all of the major cities. Or every city that we can hit along the way that has a delivery connection. And of course we are in disguise so that way we don't get recognized because Roselyn is laying low. We also emptied put all of our money into the bank except for 69 cents. Ironically, 69, I know. Moved all of our inventory. Moved all of our inventory other than food, water, and no, the weapons, of course, but anything like herbs or the metal that I ironed or anything I don't want to lose, I put it on the horse just in case we get robbed. I don't care if they want to take some food or something. But we're going to see how much money you get for doing an entire round trip. Well, a one-way trip. I don't know if we'll do all the way from St. Denis to Tumbleweed and then all the way back. Although that would be a good chunk of experience. Now, there is a job in the game, wagon driver. And these delivery missions pay a lot more if you own your own wagon. But we're just going to be borrowing a wagon. So if you was a brand new, just born player, just entered the county, as they say, this is something you could do. I mean, you can always run deliveries by borrowing the wagon. And there's some locations that you can run back and forth between one or the other and make a little job that's kind of a little grind out of it, if that's what you're into. I personally don't like grinding, because I did that in every other game. I like the aspect of 1 hour I can be doing this, next hour I can be doing something else. Alright, but here we are. We have Roselyn in her disguise. She's just your average, everyday, typical miner. I mean, she mines metal. She's 26, so she's not a miner, but she's a miner. Alright, so we're going to start here with a coach delivery of medical here in St. Denis. Now whenever you're looking for these, you want to look for these icons right here. Got the little dollar sign on them. It looks like a dollar sign to me. And there's different ones. Like here. There's another one around here somewhere. Oh, right down here for boat delivery. And then you've got your manual labor job that you can do within the town. Like you can pick up a crate from here and it'll give you an icon somewhere to walk that crate all the way there and deliver it. Basically, you're a delivery person. We're going to be doing the wagon. And we're going to, like I said, go from St. Denis, hit every major city, and go to Tumbleweed by only doing deliveries. So, and we are starting, whoops, let me back out just a second. We are starting just to show. We have 69 cents to our name. So we've literally got food, water, and 69 cents. And we're going to see if we can do this. But this is a great way for Roselyn to lay low so that if the law is looking for her after yesterday, maybe they won't find her. Now, let's see. We've got Rhodes. We've got Annisburg. So there's not one for Van Horn. So we could either go to Rhodes and head east, or we can go up to Annisburg and knock it out and then head back down to Rhodes. So I like that one. Let's head to Ainurauco. That's a $35 trip. Alright, now with the medical wagon though, you have to worry about that little mortar and pedestal on top, because it will get hung up on things, so we have to be careful. But yeah, we're going to be traveling all the way from St. Denis to Tumbleweed making deliveries. So this ought to be interesting. And if we pick up in a town and lose that load, we have to go back to that town and start over from that town. Let's just add that stipulation into it. I like that. Now, I have never delivered medical. I have seen people deliver medical. So, I know that these wagons are really, really tall, and they love to get hung up on stuff. So, like the steel bridge heading out of St. Denis, yeah, that's a no-no. Okay, got that loaded. Go ahead and make sure our shotgun is loaded. Alright, shotgun's loaded. Hopefully we don't have to encounter hopefully we don't encounter any ambushes, NPC ambushes, or players attempting to rob us of our loot. Because like I said, Roselyn is traveling in disguise. She looks like your average, everyday person with a shotgun. So, nothing too suspicious. gonna be a long trip on top of that. Now, we could very easily go over and hit the railroad track and just follow it all the way to Annisburg. But where's the fun in that? I would do that if I was running from the law, but I'm trying to avoid the law, so I don't want to do anything suspicious. Too suspicious. I mean, I do have a Max box on its side with wheels on it, so it kind of sticks out. And we can see how much XP we make from doing a trip like this, and especially how much money you can make from just borrowing a wagon and making a delivery. And then in McFarland Park and Blackwater, you can make hay bale deliveries and cotton deliveries between the two of them. And it averages out about $375 an hour is what you make. And there's been a lot of people say, that's not much money. Okay, if I had a job in real life that I made $375 an hour, yeah, I'd probably like that job. For just driving a wagon. You don't even have to unload it. You just drive it, somebody unloads it, loads it back up, you drive back, and it's $375 an hour. I think that would beat Uber. I'm pretty sure that would be the greatest Uber Eats delivery in history. Not to mention that the XP is pretty decent. But me having to do what I'm having to do today is one of the things I like about the DRB. Is because the sheriff and the deputy and the marshals, they're all played by real people who have notebooks and keep notes, make memories, so to speak. So when you commit a crime, just because you got away with it right then, if they got a good look at your face and they didn't die, they were left alive, then they have that memory. And if they see you again within, you know, a certain amount of time, they can still arrest you. They're like, hey, didn't I see you in Valentine yesterday? Didn't you do this? They're like, oh crap. So I'm trying to avoid that, because I wasn't the one throwing the dynamite. I just heard the dynamite go off and went to investigate. But when everybody looked in that direction, I'm the only person they saw. So of course they automatically assumed that I was the one doing it. And I'm not stopping for Joe Schmo in the middle of the road. Nope, that's suspicious. So just like in real life, you can actually be sent to Cisco or serve jail time. Even though you didn't commit the crime, when everybody got to the location, you were the only one there, so you're the only suspect. And considering Roselyn's ties to the family, it just makes her a suspect just for being who she is. There's Annisburg. We just gotta go over this little ridge. And make sure I don't run off a cliff or tip this thing over. Good. Looks like Ainurauco is dead. Gonna turn it in right there. Alright, it's $35. And let's see, how much XP? 50 XP. So that took us, what, about 4 minutes? So every 4 minutes is 50 XP. That's not bad at all. And that, whoops, $35. Alright, now we're gonna walk right down here and pick up this next one and see if we can get from here. I don't think there is one in Van Horn. So from here we need to go towards Rhodes. No, that's the general store. We don't want the general store. The general store is just a random spot delivery. Coach delivery, right there's where we need to go. So we're trying to stay incognito. So I can't call out my horse because Cerebus unfortunately is part of Roselyn's look. So if people see that horse, they might look at who's riding it and spot me. Sorry, my phone went off, so I had to take it real quick. Right, so it should be right over somewhere. Yep, there it is. Alright, so we need to find one for Rhodes. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, actually, we could take this to Van Horn for $10. Let me double check Van Horn, because if it has a general delivery, it does not. So there'd be no way out of that town. I'd have to deliver it and then run all the way back up. So we're not doing that one. We are gonna go to the town of Rhodes. What is gonna be fun though is, I think we will have to go all the way up to Holster. It'll be interesting. Yeah, Roselyn actually spent about 3 days, which would be about 3 hours game time, because each day is 45 minutes. So she spent about 3 days in a hole just mining away right after the Valentine incident, and decided to get out there and do these deliveries. So if you was gonna do this, you'd probably be better off starting to start in Annisburg, go from Annisburg to St. Denis, and then over the road. It'd be a little bit shorter trip, but the shorter the trip, the less money you get. And of course, if you're ever in the DRB and you go cinematic, like I'm doing here, you definitely want to not look away from the screen, because there may be somebody else coming down the road towards you that's also doing the same thing, and your two horse or wagon or horse and wagon may decide to go the exact same direction, and now you've got an entire catastrophe. So you always want to keep a lookout. This just makes it to where a cinematic is a lot easier on my hands because not having to hold buttons down. But I still watch the screen, I'm still making sure, and I still got my shotgun out. Yes, there you go. Because the weapon out is a deterrent from would-be robbers. Most times if they see somebody with a gun out, they won't try to rob them because they know they're paying attention. Now we're just gonna breeze right through the middle of Van Horn here. I'm gonna slow down and do this manually because we are allied with the gang that runs Van Horn, the Black Collars, and I'd really hate to run over some of them if they were out. Well, I say we, Roselyn and the family yet. Okay, good deal. So I hope everybody's enjoying the stream so far. Like I said, today we're just, Rosalind's having to lay low after a little incident in Valentine. Well, an incident she caused in the saloon, and then another incident that everybody thought she did, but she didn't. So she's just laying low, letting everything cool off. So she's in disguise. She's wearing a minor outfit today. And we are doing a run from St. Denis all the way to Tumbleweed by only doing delivery. So we went from St. Denis to Annisburg. Now we're traveling from Annisburg to Rhodes. We skipped Van Horn because it had a delivery in, but it didn't have a delivery out. So we skipped that. Seeing how much XP we can get and how much money we make for doing a full county run like that. So it's going to be quite interesting. Hello. I think that was a local. We're also going to try to attempt to not get robbed while doing this. But who knows? We may wind up getting robbed. You never know. Which, luckily, if we do get robbed, it's not going to hurt anything. Hello. Didn't know if that was a robbery set up or if they were just chatting before they went hunting. Either way, it looks suspicious. And plus, also doing delivery trips like this, like you can pick one up in Annisburg and ride it all the way to, you know, Tumbleweed or any big city. It's a great way to see the map and how beautiful Rockstar did in designing and populating the world. The topography, the scenery, topography. I'm guessing I got a load of coal, maybe iron. Now here'll be fun, cause right here's a big ambush spot, unless somebody's already triggered it. I think somebody's already triggered it. Good deal, ain't gotta deal with it. The town of Pleasant, which only was established for a month before everybody was killed. Of course, you've ever watched any of my videos, remember I did a full breakdown on the town of Pleasant. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Yeah, we should be coming up on here pretty soon. Moo cows. And as bad as I want to stop and kill those cows and skin them and get the beef, I don't know if they actually belong to somebody or if they're just tamed wild cows, but yeah, that'll get you shot. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, the red clay of road. You almost never get that out of your clothes. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, where am I delivering this to? The front or the back? Probably gonna be the back. Yep, there it is. Nothing like a load of coal being delivered to a gazebo. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. See, that got us $40, another 50 XP. Good deal. We might actually get 37 books out of this one. Right, so where is the next delivery? Is that it right over there? Come on, hop on over. There you go, good girl. There it is. Right, what's this? Stand here to borrow a vehicle. Right, so we're here in Rhodes. Oh, let's see. So we're in Rhodes. So we've already did we did from St. Denis to Annisburg, from Annisburg down to Rhodes. So next would be around here, around Emerald. Let's just go straight up there and then straight across the Valentine. Alright, so do we have one for Emerald? There is not one for Emerald Ranch from here. Okay, so we will head to Valentine. get out of the freight yard here without wrecking it. There we go. And if I'm not mistaken, the gentleman that was on the horse as I was pulling out, that you probably saw on the bottom, I think that was Running Bear. And I know Running Bear, but he didn't know me. Well, I know of Running Bear. I don't know him, though. I've heard the name mentioned before when I was eavesdropping on conversations, which Roselyn does that a lot. She'll just stand around and people watch and listen and gather information. Some nice deer. Give me just a second. Pull over right here. Stop. Thank you. Let me check something here real quick. Bum. All right. There we go. Sorry about that. Just had to check something real quick. So far, it's not been too bad of a little trip. It's taking about, on average about 7 to 8 minutes for each one, depending on the location. Hey, Perno! We're so far doing really good. Roselyn, we're on Roselyn today for a change. She is having to lay low after an incident in Valentine Saloon that she did do, and then an incident behind Valentine that she didn't do, but she got blamed for both of them. So she is laying low, and we're trying something I've never done, even in RDO, official. We are doing deliveries. Well, wait a minute. It's a rules of engagement. We're doing deliveries from Saint Denis Tumbleweed, but we can only travel in the delivery wagon from town to town. And if the delivery wagon gets destroyed, I have to run all the way back to the town I just left, pick up another load and bring it. Because she can't ride Cerebus because people kind of knows the look of her horse. So she's in disguise as her little miner. And we are doing deliveries and seeing how much money we can make just doing the deliveries. And so far we have made $75. So it's a nice way to see the beauty of the county and lay low from the law. And glad you're awake. Glad you're going to enjoy the day. Don't forget coffee. Always have coffee and cookies. Got to have cookies. Hey, completely understandable. Completely understandable. I remember before I retired, there was the weeks, days, hours, all of it just run together. You'd start in January and you'd wake up around July. Oh, I love it. I love the passive gameplay. I don't do it a lot because it can end up being kind of grindy. Oh yeah, that's all I drink is sweet tea. Because I'm a grit, a girl raised in the South, so I have to have my sweet tea. But yeah, I was saying early in the stream that if you was in Blackwater and you made the delivery to McFarland and then from McFarland back to Blackwater, And I tested it just to see if you pushed it just non-stop, full speed, you'd make about $375 an hour. And a lot of XP off it, because that's 50 for every delivery, and so 50 XP every 4 minutes is what it amounts to. So, I mean, you can make a lot of XP and grind your character up, but it's really boring. There would be no RP involved, which is the whole reason for playing on the Radiant platform, is the RP, the interaction. So, if you want to miss out on all that and act like you're on official, yeah, go for it. Oh wait, why not just go play official and do the same thing? But today, we're laying low. And Roselyn finally got to meet Jimbo yesterday. And scared the crap out of him because, hey Alex! Yeah, she met Jimbo. Jimbo is scared of the family. And guess who else was standing there that Roselyn finally got a chance to talk to? In person, walked right up beside her and carried on a conversation. None other than Ellie herself. Well, my whole point is I can understand like there being griefers in RDO and griefers in GTA Online, because those games are kind of designed, especially GTA, designed for that environment. This is an RP world, and when you come here, you agree to RP everything, whether you want to or not. You agree to it. Might want to slow down there, buddy. But you kind of agree to, hey, this is the rules, this way things gotta be done. So, then you decide you don't want to do that, you just want to go around shooting people and ruining their day. That just lets me know that you really don't have that much of a life yourself. Hello. You don't really have that much of a life yourself because you're trying to bring everybody down to your level instead of trying to join them on theirs. But yes, Jimbo is in the fighting ring here in Valentine. And, of course, you know Roselyn's a people watcher. So she was watching the fight from afar, which she does a lot. Noticed that Ellie was propped up on the fence, and decided to just walk right up beside her, lean up on the fence, and say hello. It was an interesting interaction. Right. Alright, so where is there a coach delivery out of Valentine anywhere? There is not. So we're gonna have to make our way. Okay, so what we'll have to do, because there's a coach delivery here. So we'll have to see if we can get a delivery from here. Or we're gonna have to hoof it all the way to here. So that we can get there. Okay, okay. Is there another? I know if I pick this delivery right here up, that delivery takes you, I think, right around in here, which is not where we want to go to. So yeah. Although we could go right down here. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. No, that's there. We can't go there. So we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to hoof it over here to the overflow to pick up a coach. Oh yeah, Jimbo he was hilarious. I mean, he found out that Roselyn here was a member of the family, and took off running out of the boxing ring. And of course, I had to assure him that I wasn't gonna eat him because Roselyn doesn't eat people; she just eats the heart. I mean, we're trying to keep a low profile. Oh, that would be so tempting to steal that horse. I don't see a saddle. Does it have reins? No saddle. And it's not named. And Roselyn is a criminal. So yes, I will steal a horse. Because it's not service. Remember I said we couldn't ride service. Didn't say we couldn't ride anybody else's horse. Yeah, and Roselyn's that kind of friend that you really want, but you don't want at the same time. Because she would literally jump in front of a knife for a friend. However, she may then turn around and take the knife out of her and stab you with it. She's just that kind of psycho. But with the recent rule change that came about, because originally Roselyn and Ainurauco was going to be twin sisters. And Roselyn knew about Ani being in the county, but Ani had no clue that Roselyn was there. And that was part of the story that was unfolding, as people were seeing Roselyn and telling Ani about her. And it sounded like her sister and all, everything like that. Now, it was going to be a really neat little story that I had written out. About 8 pages worth of story. But with the rule change that characters cannot be related or know about each other directly. So that kind of ended the whole twin sister thing. And with that ending, that kind of ended the whole storyline I had. So now it's been rewritten that Ani and Roselyn just happen to look alike. But they're not related. They've never seen each other. Probably, and of course never will, because you know. So they just happen, and Ani, of course, is a private investigator that is actually a really broken little girl. She just hides it very, very well. Roselyn, on the other hand, is openly broken, hears voices, completely psychotic. I would say probably more chaotic evil. She tries to be nice to people, and it always comes out really, really bad. But we're headed to right. Whoa, not over there. Right there. Alright. And hopefully we can pick this up one to take us to strawberries. So yeah, and she happens to be a member of the family, which is a clan, a family of, not necessarily related by blood, but still a family of cannibals. Mostly cannibals. Some members have different preferences, so like Roselyn prefers to eat the heart because she thinks that's where the soul is located, blah blah blah. It's just part of her psychotic personality. And then of course I have Shifting Spirit, who is completely separate from the other 3. Well, I mean, yeah, Perno, you know me. I write, I have ADHD and OCD, so I tend to very much overthink everything. And when you first taught me into coming to the DRB, which Perno is the one that got me to come over here because of my White Hair Investigations channel, that was the mini-series video. I wouldn't call it a TV series, but the mini-series I was working on was Ainurauco doing that investigation and finding all that out. So I just went ahead and wrote it while it was in my head. Thank you, horse I do not know, or on. You may leave now. Okay. You're pretty, though. So I just went ahead and wrote all that out. It took me like a day or 2 to write it out. And so now I've come up with a completely different concept of the 2 characters. Excuse me. Strawberry. The 2 characters do have knowledge of each other now because of Ellie and Perno and Shooter McGavin and them seeing her, because it bled over from the original story. Well, I mean, if I can play them that way, I would definitely love to. Oh, much love, Timo. Uh, if you can find out anything, absolutely. Um, I just don't want to break the rules or, you know, like special treatment or anything like that. You know what I mean? Because the storyline that they're on right now is, of course, Roselyn has pinged Shooter McGavin going after a bounty, and she's a people watcher. So she saw this and heard him talking as he went by her. So she followed him. Of course, his horse got killed, and he had to hoof the body all the way back to Valentine on foot. And he never once looked behind him. She's like 50 feet behind him on her horse, riding in the shadows, watching him. And that, of course, sparked an interest. And then he saw her sitting up on Citadel Rock, thanks to Ellie and Sacagawea. They pointed Roselyn out. So he chased her, you know, trying to find her. So that sparked the cat or mouse syndrome with Roselyn. And it was nothing more than a game for her at that point. Oh, we had better eat something. So, what most people don't realize generally about Roselyn, she's completely harmless. All she wants to do is watch people, and of course, no, anything the family needs. No, whether it be robbing a bank or reverse robbing somebody, she's all in. When she's left by herself, though, she people watches and studies and tries to learn about behavior. Shooter McGavin intrigued her because he was an ex-lawman, which she had heard from the family, so she already had prior knowledge. Ex-bounty hunter, or ex-lawman that imitated mumbles and went completely psychotic and is now a bounty hunter. So, a bunch of conflicting things, and she's trying to figure out why. Ooh, somebody's wagging in the middle of the road. That looks like a trap. But then, of course, because of watching Shooter, she's found Ellie. And started watching Ellie. And then, also because of Shooter, that's where she first saw Ainurauco. And, you know, around Shooter. And then, from seeing Ainurauco, she learned about Perno and Molina, which she saw standing in Blackwater one day, fully supplied, fixing to head out somewhere. Noticed the warm weather gear, figured they was headed up in the snow, put two and two together, and completely missed her turn while talking. And was going to screw with Shooter a little bit, because she does look like Ani, and the family advised against that, so that plane got shot down. So she went back to just, you know, mining and hanging around Valentine, and that's where she spotted Ellie again and decided to approach her. And that conversation was hilarious, because Roselyn's calm, cool, propped up, like, hey, how you doing? Ellie's like, oh, hi. It's like, oh yeah, the person that's been stalking you for weeks just walks up and starts up a conversation. So yeah, it's been interesting. And of course, Ani is currently in culture, fixing to wake up from a massive hangover, and have no clue how she got it. Or she may, I don't know. That's the beauty with RP. As long as you can plan out like a scene or a location, but then once people arrive and that scene gets set, just improv the whole thing, and it is freaking hilarious. Oh, and Perno, I'm pretty sure Ani puked on your horse. Not entirely sure though. So for anybody that's just joining in, I have been running my mouth almost continuously. We are on Roselyn, my little criminal character, who is currently in disguise as just your average everyday miner. We're making deliveries all the way from Saint Denis to Tumbleweed. via wagon only. I cannot pull out my horse, Therapist, because it's a dead giveaway, because I'm laying low trying to hide from the law. But I can, air quote, borrow someone else's horse temporarily to backtrack to pick up the next load, but I can never, I don't want to travel forward. We're trying to get, all the way across the map by only doing deliveries and not getting lost in the fog. And so far we've made how much? $109 just for driving a wagon down the road. But I hope everyone's having a good Sunday or Saturday or Monday, depending on where you're at. Dun, 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 dun. It is really hard for me to see this road. Whoa, 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 whoa. Actually made that turn. Wow. Okay. Thought for sure I was gonna flip the wagon. No, it's white hair. Actually, it's a black-tailed bunny, but I call them white hair. Bum bum ba da bum. Alright, ease this right on in here. Without wrecking, maybe, hopefully, probably. Alright, another $40. Now, if you're used to playing Red Dead Online or GTA, $40 don't seem like a lot of money. But the pricing in the DRB is they try to get it as close to $18.99 as possible, kept it realistic. So in $18.99, $40 was a lot of money. Alright, so let's see. Where is our next pickup? Is that it right there? Nope, that's Stagecoach. That's a store delivery. There is not. The next closest one is going to be here. So we're going to have to go from here all the way over here to pick that one up. And what's that? The mining delivery. Dairy. So we might be able to get some of these. Is there one up? There is not a delivery up here in Colton, is there? No, there's a Stagecoach and that's it. So we don't have to go to Colton. Well, there's no major town here. The next major town is Blackwater. So we need to go here, fix up a load of logs, and take those down to Blackwater. I do not see a horse I can borrow. There might be one in Strawberry I could borrow, but do I want to risk that? Oh no, it might be worth it. Is that cliff? Yep, I think I can get down right here without busting my butt. Oh! Alright, there we go. Let's see if we can borrow a horse. Mm-hmm.
Good morning, man.
Howdy. No, but there's old Harriet. I wish I could punch her in. Hey, mister. Hey, mister. Hey, excuse me. Hey, excuse me.
Well, pressing matters and whatnot. What are you doing? Oh!
Well, obviously he didn't need it. Let me put that up so somebody knows.
Morning to you.
Howdy.
Easy now.
Oh, very good. No worries, Parno. Thank you so much. Thank you. And hopefully you have a good day and we can get Parno and Ani out of culture tonight. But yeah, we did borrow a horse here from Strawberry. Now you have to be careful doing stuff like that in the DRB. If you notice, when I walked up to him, I was talking. I thought, "Hey, Mister, how are you?" Because, like, somebody, of course, the white hair kind of gives it away. But if my character had brown hair, I would look just like a local. You know, just a regular NPC. We call them locals. And if you didn't clarify that that was a local or an actual player and did what I did, and it was a player, that for one, that's illegal. You can't just walk up and murder somebody for no reason. There had to have been some RP involved. Like, hey, mister, hey, how can I help you? I was wondering if I could ask you a question. Blah, blah, yeah, sure. Is this gun loaded? Could you get down, please? You know, they get down, I steal their horse. Now, the moment I get on the horse, though, my gun is no longer pointed at them. They could pull their gun out and start shooting because I'm technically committing a crime. I'm stealing their horse. They can defend it. So, you always want to make sure if you're just going to go around, like I just didn't kill somebody for no reason to steal their horse, I made sure it was an NPC, and that's not an illegal action. So just a simple hello, or absence of hello, can get you in trouble. Yes, love the DRB. Dakota River Bend. Right, now, here's the job. Oh, yeah, these are the logs. Okay, these are fun to maneuver depending on where you're taking them. Because the wagons are so long with the logs on them that you can be going around a turn like on the edge of a mountain and the rear wheels will actually go off the mountain. But we're going to be taking this to Blackwater, so we should be okay. But now with the recent rule change that happened, one of Roselyn's restrictions that I had on her as a character, she could not go into New Austin. She couldn't cross the Dakota River Bend River because Ani was over there, so she couldn't go over there. And it was just a restriction I put in there just to keep the characters sort of kind of separate. But now since they're not related, she can go over there anytime she wants to. So let's see, do we have a delivery for Blackwater? Yep, Blackwater Pier or Blackwater Construction. Let's go to Blackwater Construction because I don't really want to have to go to the pier. And as you can see, there's our log wagon. Very simple, but very long. Oh, yeah, I'm still trying to learn about all that, but there is something I want to do. There you go, Perno. Now, for those who don't know, me and Perno have known each other since 2019. First met in Trippy Commentaries channel, actually. That's when I started doing the white hair investigations and the mystery videos, and we have been friends ever since. And he understands that, yes, I'm completely psychotic. Alright, so, whoa, alright. This is like trying to take a bus down an alleyway. I keep waiting for the rear end of this thing to slide around. Oh, squirrel. Did he get it? No, somehow that squirrel survived. Whoa! Hello, okay. Easy now. But I already know the back of my hands. Why would I need to relearn the back of my hands? I can just look down and see them. I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. Yeah, I feel a lot about it. I've got to learn. I've just been enjoying it and not delving into all the bot stuff and things like that. But I need to, actually. But since I'm not monetized or anything, I haven't really checked into it. Oh yeah, definitely missed some of the others, but that's the beauty of time. Time causes separation. It's always inevitable. Hey Luke, how you doing? Well, it causes separation for some, not for all. We'll say it that way, because I will always be right here. I mean, where I'm at right now is where I'll always... Oh, guy coming in on a horse. And have you ever noticed, and this is a pet peeve of mine, but have you ever noticed when you're meeting somebody, they always want to go to the left? And this is the DRB, but it's based on Red Dead, which is the United States, Mexico, and Canada, but mostly the United States, which dictates you always go to the right because we drive on the right-hand side of the road. So therefore, if you want to swerve, you swerve to the edge of the road, which would be to the right, not to the other lane. That's why so many wrecks happen, is people swerving to the left. And of course, if you do that, you're just going to run right into each other. Because you're technically turning into each other. And depending on the speed, you may turn into each other's head. But if you swerve to the right, you're swerving away from each other. Never figured that one out yet. Oh, thank you, thank you. Exactly. And they drive on the opposite side of the road to the area they're playing in. But hey Luke, I've been missing you. Alright, let's go ahead and get this delivery. Alright. $14. That's still not bad just for a load of logs. Alright, so real quick here. We have made $163 so far. And little Roselyn has traveled. We started in St. Denis, took a load up to Annisburg, and went from Annisburg down to the road. Hello. From Rhodes, from Rhodes we went to Valentine. Okay, and then at Valentine we borrowed a horse because we can't ride Cerebus. So we borrowed a horse, went over to the overflow, picked up a load there, took it to Strawberry, run over and picked up a load of logs, and then brought them down to Blackwater. So now we're going to go from Blackwater. The next major outpost would be, well, we could go straight to Armadillo, but let's go from Blackwater to McFarland. Well, Perno, I think, could I not do, what is it, the Nightbot or the Streamlabs or something like that?
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Howdy. Now, if you've been playing lately, you know, Valentine used to be like the central hub. It's where everybody congregated. Especially in the evening and nighttime, Valentine's usually always overpopulated. That has now spread over to Blackwater. You're lucky if you can get your horse to spawn, or a wagon to spawn. Most times, especially at like dusk, about evening, so about 6, 7, somewhere around in there. I got you on that one. Plus, you gotta remember, you definitely don't want to get caught or have your stream turned off, blocked, in trouble, or whatever, because of somebody in the background. Well, actually, I have been looking at, there's a platform or a way that you can actually stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And I've been looking into that because I've noticed a lot of the DRB community streams on Twitch. I actually didn't even have a Twitch account until I started playing on the DRB, which is sad. But yeah, it's like baby young. So if I can figure out how to do YouTube and Twitch at the same time, I might actually stream a little bit more. But right now, I'm just enjoying my YouTube streams, especially with Shifting Spirit, my little Native American girl. She is so much fun to play. I think that's what the name of it was, Pernell. Yeah, you stream to a website, and then that website streams it to the two platforms for you, all under the same username and all that. But ooh, let me pick up my next job here. All right, so now we're just gonna run this thing over to McFarland's ranch. Now, like I said, if you're wanting to just power grind, which I don't know why you would on the DRB because it's all RP based, this would be a good one, is to come to Blackwater, do the McFarland's ranch delivery for $25 and 50 XP, and then pick up one at McFarland's to bring back to Blackwater for 50 XP and $24. And it takes 8 minutes round trip. So that's basically $50 and 100 XP every 8 minutes. But there's no fun in it. You lose all the joy in the game. So I would not recommend it. Yeah, Perno, not to bring a hot poker to the party, but haven't you said we was gonna have a Discord call like twice now? I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing. All right, so we're gonna get this load out of town. Now remember, you're not supposed to go full speed when you're in town because there's a chance of hitting a horse, pedestrians, blah blah blah. There's people that do it, but that's just because they want to disrespect the law of the county or whatever. Dun dun dun. And luckily, like I said, right now nobody would know who Roselyn is, because they wouldn't be looking for her, especially not in Blackwater. They'd be looking around in Valentine. Yeah, that's not smart stopping in the middle of the road like that. Let's go ahead and pull our shotgun out as a deterrent. And we're gonna go on by. Yes. Oh yeah, and of course the story so far with Ani, for those that don't know or haven't watched the like Test Valkyrie, because she streamed it. After Shooter McGavin broke Ani's heart, and she still hasn't fully explained why that was so impactful. She kind of hinted at it, but after he broke her heart, which was my first time doing drama. No, Roselyn's not wanted yet, but she is a person of suspicion after yesterday's event. She, well, to make a long story short, too late, I know, right? Oh, we were watching Jimbo, do boxing matches at the Valentine Fighting Arena, and everybody took a break, went to the saloon, and with this saloon, we was all getting something to eat and drink. This guy approaches Roselyn and said, "What's your name?" So Roselyn turned around and goes, "What's your name?" He told her, and she said, "Well, I'm Creeper." And turns around to the bar. He goes, "So, what are you doing here?" So she turns back around, and she goes, "Well, currently, I'm standing in a saloon. Currently, I'm in Valentine, standing in a saloon, having a guy ask me 20 questions while I starved to death." Because she really was. So he goes, "Oh, well, you may go now." So she turns around, gets something to eat and drink, walks out of the saloon, thinks about it, walks back in the saloon, punches him in the face, hog-ties him, and then leaves him laying in the middle of the saloon and walks out. Right after that happened, there was a whole bunch of people over by the boxing ring that decided they wanted to blow each other up with dynamite as Roselyn's riding up. So whenever everybody looks towards the explosions, there's Roselyn on her horse with dynamite going off. She got blamed for all of it. So the police wanted to talk to her and she got out of town. So that's why she's laying low today, so that the police will kind of forget about it. Because as far as I know, nobody got hurt. Even the guy that Roselyn hogtied and left literally laying in the middle of the saloon. And, it was whenever, after she hogtied him, she knelt down beside him and said, "Now, you may not go, you can stay." I think, Jimbo and them were, I think Jimbo, Team Mad TV, was in the saloon, so I think he got it on there. But it was funny because as I'm walking out, he's screaming that he's gonna get me, or get Roselyn, and I think it was Ellie, and, I think it was Ellie that said, "Do you know who that is, right?" she's a member of the family. And he's like, I don't care who this family is, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, she was like, they're the cannibals that eat people. He's like, oh, well, okay. And kind of was the end of it. So, but yeah. So that's why Roselyn's laying low, traveling across the county in disguise, because she looks like your average delivery driver. But, yeah, Ani, getting back to Ani, anyway, she had her heart broken by Shooter, spoke her piece, and I held back a lot because I'm still learning the whole RP thing. I don't know how far is too far, so I hold back on some of it because I'm not an actress, but I did take acting classes when I was in college for 8 years. And let's see, where are we going to now? Let's go to Armadillo. There it is. So I'm still learning what is okay and what isn't okay as far as character development. But anyway, if you watched T-Mad stream that night, the whole Shooter balloon ride, yeah, what a way to tell a girl you want to dump her by taking her on a date in a balloon ride. So she ran off the car. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I record everything, especially because of the music videos that I've started doing. You never know when one little piece is gonna make the whole thing right. But she ran off the culture, which is unlike, because Ani hates cold, hates ice, hates everything about it. But she ran off the culture because that was where her and Shooter went on their first investigation. So it was just a knee-jerk reflex to go there. Completely stupid. And Perno and Molina Black, Perno Mancuso and Molina Black, traveled all the way to Culture to find her, only to find her drunk as a skunk. And when I say drunk, I mean drunk. The very first word she said to him is like, hey look, it's Mr. Blue and Black, y'all are a bruise. So that tells you what kind of state she was in. But she held it together. She actually wanted to fall apart, but she didn't. But I think she probably said more than she would have normally said had she been sober, because come to find out, Ani tends to be very honest when she's drunk and say whatever's on her mind. And so now they, correct me if I'm wrong, Perno, Perno and Melina got her back to the Coulter stables, and she passed out on the horse trough. I did originally have their story when I had them, when Ani and Roselyn were going to be twin sisters. I had that story completely written out and posted it. The very next day, the rule change came out, and I took it down. Because I was like, yeah, that's an obvious rule break right there, just that story. So I have not rewritten them separately yet. Because Ani did have a twin sister. And she's already said this, so it's not meta. But her twin sister is dead. I never come up with a really good reason. Just she died. That's all we know. And Roselyn has no sibling. So that was just the easiest way to separate them on that part. Yeah, you're stopping in the middle of the road? That's suspicious. And now you want to try and catch up to me? Yeah, see, it's moments like that I work, and you keep stopping, you're gonna get run over doing that. Somebody's dead horse in the road. I will go around. I'm not stopping till I get there. Oh yeah, just wait till she wakes up. Yeah, just wait till she wakes up. It's gonna be funny. Yeah, that person rolling up on my wagon like that. See, all that's suspicious. See, originally, the story was going to be they were twin sisters. That Ani was always the favorite, and Roselyn was they were treated equal, but Roselyn perceived it that she was treated as lesser than Ani because Ani was more popular, and so in her mind she thought Ani got special treatment. She got this, she got that, and it just wasn't the case. And so whenever Ani came to DRB to start her investigation, Roselyn was going to come and sabotage it. But since they can't be related or know about each other, that kind of nicks that. Because it would have been epic that Roselyn would have been going around pretending to be Ani and ruining her good name, and Ani not have a clue why. Hey, Ani, do you realize, Roselyn, do you realize you just parked the wagon you're supposed to be delivering, you idiot? I always forget, the armadillo's way back here. Where did that come from? You see a wagon coming in, and the first thing you want to do is call your horse in front of it and think I'm gonna stop? I should have shot that person. Oh, yeah. I have a third character that is running around. She has no ties or knowledge of anything. And now I'm a quarter Cherokee, so I based this little character off of that part of me. I do speak some, hold on. I do speak some, Sioux, otherwise known as, Lakota. So I'm not fluent by any means, I just know a few things, but I'm incorporating that into her character. She is a daughter of a medicine man that the tribe was going to force to marry the son of the chief, and she refused. So they banished her from the tribe, took away everything except for the clothes she had on, a bow, and a knife. She didn't even have a lasso, no rope or nothing. But she's the daughter of a medicine man, so she's a herbalist that hunts. And she is skittish of everything, is learning, she's learned some of the white man's language, but not a lot of it. And she has no clue about anything in the white man world. The only thing and this is very hard for me to play this character the way I'm playing her, because I run white hair investigations. One of my hobbies is investigating and gaining knowledge. But with her, it's the opposite. She can only know what she is taught. So, other than the base, she's a herbalist. She knows how to pick herbs. She knows how to hunt animals and cook. And she cannot accept gifts of any kind. If someone gives her something, she has to give them something back. The barter system. So her second day in the county, a nice couple saw her picking herbs, approached her very calmly, talked to her because she was fixing to run. They talked to her, got her calm, said, no, not all of us are bad. They gave her a cheetah, or a cheta, which is hawk. Gave her a hawk because the tribe took away her falcon, and taught her how to lie. Yes, they taught her how to lie. Because they said, well, what are you doing in the county? And she explained her whole story, that she was banished from the tribe and everything. They're like, well, when you talk to other people, maybe leave the banished part out. I'm like, and she was like, if leave part out would not be lie? And they're like, no, it's only a lie if you tell someone the opposite of what happened. But if you just delete a sentence, it's not a lie. You just didn't tell them everything. And so they taught her how to lie on her second day in the county. But yeah, she is very, very fun to play. I know it's around here. No, that's a general store. Hey, big boy. Or actually, 81GB0Y, big boy. How you doing? I'm Ainurauco. And yes, everyone mispronounces my name because it looks weird. Everybody calls me Ani. And T-Mad is going to help me with my voice mod program because I have never been able to get it to work. But I wanted her to have a different voice than Ani and Roselyn because all you have to do is hear my voice in game one time and you recognize it. So, okay, so now how do we get, there is no delivery here in Armadillo. Good deal. Well, I'm coughing my head off. I'm Ainurauco. Everybody calls me Ainurauco because they pronounce the A instead of the O, but it's Ruko. Ru like blue and ko like toe. But just call me Ani. I play the characters of Ani, Roselyn, and Shifting Spirit. And let's see, Ani is she wears all white. She's a good girl, private investigator, completely broken character, but she hides it very well. I need to steal a horse. And we're going to have to go all the way back to here.
Alright. I'm just going to have to home up here.
Okay, so we need to steal a horse. Not that horse, that is somebody.
Oh. Well, how much are they like? I bet they're not cheap though, are they?
I do not see an NPC horse. Because I won't steal a player's because that's a crime. But I can steal an NPC horse. That's a player horse. And you can always tell a player horse. Oh yeah, way too fancy a saddle to be an NPC. I actually do have a character intro for Roselyn. If y'all would like to see it. But yeah. As I opened it, I climbed it and it swung me around. Oh, you play Brett. Oh, okay. I think I have, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I've met so many people running around. Oh yeah. I stream a lot of Shifting Spirit just because her story, with her having no ties or connections, I can stream, I can play her and I'm not getting tied up in a bunch of, story arcs or anything like that. Because usually if I'm involved in a story arc, usually it's with like, Perno there, Tess Valkyrie, T-Mad, Centered Leonard. They're usually streaming, so I'm in the background. Oh, okay.
No, I actually forget we can do that every time.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Thank you.
Because we could do... Oh,
that,
wait.
See, I knew the name, but as soon as you said the bow, I was like, yes, I know who you're talking about. But yeah, this is Roselyn. Let me find a safe place to stand.
That should be a very good idea.
Ethan needs to do some work for Harry, so...
Alright. I'd be happy to help Ethan with that. Alright, I need to have a drink though before we go anywhere.
Oh yeah, Shifting Spirit is she's a little doll. I love her. But she's not tied to any other stories other than her
The
own.
fuck was? Yeah, I heard that.
Okay. Evidently, the saloon here in Armadillo's got way too many people in it. Let me go right over here. And especially since I think that was the law. Hey, look. Perfect little place right there. Hey, how you doing? Let's just go ahead and pop the squat right there. Alright, now, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, thank you. Well, so like I said a while ago, I'm actually a quarter Cherokee, and I draw off of that heritage and all the geology, study of generations. Sometimes I have trouble with words. Genealogy, and all of that I've studied. Plus, I speak a little bit of Lakota myself, so I try to incorporate that into the character. Give me just a second here. Dun, 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 dun. No, that's the family portrait. We don't want the family portrait. Oh, wait. Let's do this easily. YouTube. The tube of you. Okay. Now, dun, dun, dun. Now let's hope OBS is behaving. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is the video I did for Roselyn. Oh, thank you, Perno. Thank you. Okay, so here we go. This is the music video that I did for Roselyn's intro theme. Hope y'all like it.
Dark horse, renegade, vigilante, got it made. Rebel heart, underdog, play the part. They call me an outlaw. Living like an outlaw. They call me an outlaw. Yeah, I'm a dark horse. Bad news, bitter pill. Trouble comes, call it what you will. It's my day, I stand tall. I wouldn't have it no other way, no other way. Living like an outlaw. Living like an outlaw. Just call me an outlaw. Just call me an outlaw. underdog. Played a part. They call me an outlaw. Yeah, they call me an outlaw. Living like an outlaw. Living like an outlaw. Living like an outlaw. Call me an outlaw.
Alright, so that was my little intro that I did for Roselyn. Load. I hope everybody liked that. Thing. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that was the one that I did for Roselyn. It was my first actual DRB video that I did. I mean, other than the live streams, of course. And I just never had a chance to use it. T-Mad is doing some of his magic work on it to add, the beginning and the intro and add the credits for the family and stuff like that, because Roselyn is a part of the family. And if, of course, right now you see this is her miner outfit that she disguises in whenever she goes mining. Then of course you got the black hat, black coat, the mask, all that. That's her family attire. And then you probably saw her in the white shirt and red dress. And her civilian job is she is a school teacher at the orphanage in Saint Denis, who also happens to be a serial killer of socialites in Saint Denis. Oh, yeah. T-Man is a very, very good graphics artist, a great RPer, just a great all-around person. And Jebediah Miller had done Don Juan for sure, who plays Jebediah, did a video on it. And I was like, that's really, really neat. I like that. He's like, well, you should try one. And that's what I came up with. And of course, T-Man has helped both of us. So it all worked out. Okay, so we still need to find a NPC horse. But thank y'all for the love and support. It definitely means a lot. For those who don't know, I do have a little bit of antisocial. I am a little bit of antisocial, so sometimes I forget to say pleases and thank yous like I should. But if it wasn't for all of y'all, then I would have no community. So much love. And I'm actually working on one with Ani, because when unfortunately I've had to use some video footage from official Red Dead. Alright, talk to you later, big boy. Oh yeah, and Shifting Spirit will actually be waking up a little bit later, after I finish getting Roselyn to Tumbleweed. So if you happen to need her, you know how to contact her. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can only imagine, because I know I run 4 computers. Well, technically, I run 3 computers and a server. So I can only imagine what he runs. Oh yeah, I love the DRB. of course, I have to be careful with any game I play because of some of the issues that I have, like ADHD, OCD. Um, I do tend to get, I tend to overthink things, and or like somebody, is that a, no, okay, well, we're just gonna hoof it. We might find a horse along the way. But I tend to overthink things. I also, because I have insomnia, I'm always thinking about stuff. So whereas, like, if somebody was reading a book that would take them a week to read, since I have insomnia and OCD, I read it in like a day. So I have to always be careful with that. Oh, he only had one system and was running all that? Wow. Yeah, because I have my gaming system that I game on, and then I have a box just for all the streaming software, and then I have another PC that's for all my video editing, and then I have a Dell Blade server system for all my storage. But of course, that comes from the business that I owned, where I got all that equipment, so. I bet if I run along the road, somebody might come by. Hello? Hey! Hey, you wouldn't happen to be headed to McFarland, would you?
Yeah, I can take you there. What happened?
My horse is, I can't use my horse at the moment. It's a little challenge I'm doing, so
Oh,
I can only.
okay, hop on.
Thank you.
Yeah, hop on. What's your name?
My name's Roselyn.
Roselyn. Okay, I am Ruth.
Pleased to meet you. Yeah, I was gonna run all the way back.
That is a long way to go.
But definitely appreciated you giving me a ride.
Oh, that's okay. I was going that way anyway.
Oh, then that worked out perfect then.
Yeah. I guess you are lucky today. Unlucky and lucky at the same time.
So lucky and unlucky. Yeah, people say that about me all the time.
Aw.
Oh, very cool, Porno. See, what I'm trying to, I started at Saint Denis, and I can't use my own horse. It's a challenge that's been set for me. But I can only drive delivery wagons, get rides from other people, or walk all the way to Tumbleweed.
Oh. So you must be pretty new to the county?
Oh no, I've been here. I've been in this county about 3 months now.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, some fellow people that I have in my eye. It was a challenge.
I see.
Thank you so much. That saved me a lot of time.
That's okay. Do you have food or water? Do you need anything?
Oh no, I'm fully stocked up. I came prepared for the challenge.
Ah, that's good. Well, if you have troubles with riding horse, you can always try talking with a trainer. Maybe some of them might help you learn some skills.
Oh, I have a horse. I'm just not allowed to use her.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
I have a Black Arabian to the 9th.
Oh.
Yeah, this is just a little challenge that was set before me to see if it could be done.
Okay. Okay. All right.
All right.
Yeah, you too.
But that was nice of her. Oh, she just speaks a little English. Well, that's okay. That sounds like shifting spirit. She speaks very little English, and it's broken, and the rest of it's all Lakota. All right, so we made it to Armadillo. Oh yeah, yeah. The girl that person that just gave me a ride, that was so cute because she just saw somebody in trouble and didn't understand exactly that it was a challenge. So she was ready. She's like, I've got information here. You need this. You can get a horse here. You can do. I was like, oh, this is so cute. And everybody in the DRB is this way. Even the criminals will help you out. Oh yeah, definitely, Perno. Send me those links. But we made it to Armadillo. So that means now we can go to Tumbleweed. And just so I can get out of McFarland's without crashing. And there we go. Now we're headed the right direction. And we'll get this delivery made, and that'll be an entire trip from St. Denis all the way to Tumbleweed. Now, if we'd have hit all of the delivery spots, not just the cities or the link ups, I mean, it would have took a lot longer, of course, but you'd got a lot more money, a lot more XP, and it might have been a clearer chain. But I just wanted to do the major cities and a couple of link ups. Did I do that real quick so that I can get up? Like I said, I'm not a big fan of going cinematic on deliveries. When I'm riding a horse, I do it a lot. But with wagons, you gotta be careful because, like I said, there may be somebody else doing the same thing and y'all meet on the road and it's gonna be a crash. Or somebody calls their horse in front of you while you're sitting at the stable trying to make a delivery. And I've got a clip somewhere if I can find it of somebody trying to rob Roselyn one day. They walked up right in her face and had a gun in her face. It was gonna, I mean, they just walked up, threw a gun up. They didn't even ask questions. They were not gonna RP it. And just so happened, right when their gun came up, I whistled for service. So right when their gun came up, my horse runs into them in the back and knocks them down. Oh yeah, yeah, days off go by way too quick. That horse is still laying in the road from when we came through earlier. Let me click a button here real quick. There we go. Yeah, I've been trying. I wanted to include that clip in her intro video. I know I've got it. I just forgot where I saved it. Oh, somebody pulled the horse out of the road. So if I can find it though, that is freaking hilarious. Because I myself do not mind getting robbed. As long as it's RP. If you just walk up and stick a gun in my face, probably gonna kill you. Yeah, most definitely gonna kill you. But if you walk up and you at least RP it like hey, can I ask you a question? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and ask me a question. Can you put your hands up? And they pull a gun out and stick it in my face. Hey, they at least tried. I'll give them the benefit on that one. But if you just walk up and stick a gun in my face, well then, no, that's not RP. Where am I going? Evidently, I We're doing donuts in the delivery wagon. Alright, Perno, well, you have a great day, night, evening at work, and we will see you tonight when we get when Ani and Perno get woke up. Oh, and thank you for the stream support. Definitely, yeah, lurk all you want to. Remember, there's milk and cookies under the stairs beside the cot. Don't mind the spiders, they're just hanging out. They don't hurt anybody. I always keep milk and cookies under the stairs for my lurkers. Bum bum bada bum. And if anyone has questions about any of the 3 characters I play over here in the DRB, their backstories, where they're currently at, definitely feel free to ask. I do not mind talking about them. I actually have 4 characters, but the 4th one doesn't count because they're just a stand-in prop that whenever I need a extra actor or an extra actor in any of my videos, they get turned into whatever I need and play them, then they get turned into something else. There we go. Oh, that was a rock. Now see, if you think about it, as far as like these delivery, if you did them like you would have in 1899, then let's see, you would have been traveling about, as far as a normal day, you would have been traveling about this fast. Because you would not have run your horses at full speed because you would have killed them. So could you imagine traveling in a car nowadays at about 10, 15 miles an hour and that's it? Everywhere you go? You'd never get there. But luckily with wagons and with the wagon deliveries and the horses, they don't have a stamina bar, so they never get tired. But you do have to worry about running them off a cliff, which I have done several times. Lots of pronghorn. There's some good hunting out here. Just really freaking hot. That's a long way to go for an order of hay. Of course, we are bringing it from McFarland all the way to Tumbleweed. No, Timo, there's 8 likes. You might need to refresh. Ha 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 ha. And thank everybody for those likes, by the way. They are greatly appreciated. Much love, Timo. Alright, where is our little spot to turn it in? There it is. $441. Alright, so we made how many deliveries? Okay, so that was one. Let's go back. Alright. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we made 9 deliveries. So that's 458 XP. And we made $244. Look at that. There we go. $244, 450 XP for going from one side of the map to the other. So that would be 900 XP and 488 for going from Saint Denis to Tumbleweed and then back. That's not too bad. Not too bad. If you're looking for, you know, just something to do, see the entire, or, you know, travel the entire map, not necessarily see the whole map. So that's not a bad deal, not at all. And it took us roughly, see how long? It's about 2 hours. So yeah, about 2 hours to do that. Now, like I said, if you're wanting to just hard grind, get your XP, get your money as fast as you can, level up as fast as you can, not even see the world or interact with people, you can do that. But that, if you're gonna do that, you might as well be playing the light, you know, official version, and playing it that way. Because you can get XP a lot faster on the live than you can here. It's a lot easier to level up on official. Here it's all about having fun, enjoying the world, you know, kind of immersing yourself in the whole lifestyle, and just having fun. But let's see here. Is there a coach delivery from here? No, that's a store job. Now, store jobs take you from like here, and it may say go out and deliver it here, or take this and go out and deliver. It changes. Whereas coach deliveries are like take this to a specific location. It's always going to be that way. The store deliveries are random as far as the location. So we need to get from here, or is that a coach delivery? Medical? I'd rather go to Gap Tooth. Yeah, I'd rather run all the way out to Gap Tooth, because them medical wagons, I don't like them. So let's see if there is a horse available in town. There's a dog. There's a couple of horses. I don't see any people. Hello? Anybody around? Hello? Let's see, Walker. Looks like a settler. What are you? You're a Morgan. Hey, we're just gonna borrow this horse. Hey, there we go. Let's ride out to Gap Tooth. I really hope this wasn't somebody's horse that I just stole. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That twisted me out like a pretzel. Ah, here's the way down. Yeah, I think that cliff pretty much got me scared. That was the, I think the DRB's version of a, you know, you pucker your nut. Pretty horse. Now, of course, all my characters, well, my two main characters, always ride Arabian, a white or a black one. Roselyn here, of course, rides the black one with the demon mask. Just makes perfect sense for her, whereas Ani rides the white Arabian. But she, Ani did make friends with the very rare white flutter, whatever it's called, that it's so white that it glows. So it's really pretty. Okay, where is that little mark? Oh, there it is. It's not my horse, so I ain't worried about it. Alright, so where can we take this? Now we know that there's not one in Armadillo. So we're gonna skip. Is there one for McFarlane? No. There's some long. I could. $111. You see, from here to Saint Denis, you're only gonna make at most 118. But if you break it up town by town, you make more. It's just a lot more trips. What is the closest I can get? I could go from here all the way over to Blackwater. That sounds good. We'll just ride all the way to Blackwater. Why did you start me facing the other direction? That makes sense. None. Nonsense. Nonsense. Oh, I just made a complete U-turn for no. That's why it started me. There we go. We'll get this load of whatever it is. Just something, probably, oh, coal. That answers that. Bags of coal. Well, if we're taking a load of coal to Blackwater, that explains why the water's colored black, because all the coal got dumped in it. It's the Blackwater Coal Party. Dum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Now that's a pretty shot right there. Especially right after it rained in the desert. Okay. Very pretty. I'm just trying to figure out how with my driving, that coal is just laying there, not falling off. And luckily, other than we had the one two interactions? No, one interaction. And the one person was just really nice, gave me a ride. Um, and what was good is they didn't even hesitate. They go riding by, and I just hollered, "Ma'am," and asked them if they was headed to McFarland, which they just happened to be, and offered me a ride. They didn't know me from anybody else. For all they know, I could have been a psychopathic serial killer. Oh wait, Roselyn is a psychopathic serial killer. But in that instance, Roselyn's very specific about the people she kills. She only goes after socialites or people that are stuck up. Um, that's it. And that is because she did come from a decent family, and she has had some upbringing. She never went to finishing school, although she knows how to play the part. But she was always treated like a lesser person because her family didn't have a pedigree and they weren't the richest family in town. You know how it was back then. So she was looked down as being kind of lower class. She doesn't take kindly to that. She firmly believes that everybody's equal, and anybody that tries to treat somebody as a lesser, they become a target. So that's why she kills socialites in Saint Denis. She's trying to work her way up the social ladder, and the easiest way to do it is kill everybody above you. And if that doesn't work, burn the freaking ladder. She hasn't got that far yet. But that lady was offering, she needed help. That lady offered help. She made sure she didn't go blitzing out and listening to the voices and slit her throat, which is what Roselyn normally does. Is that her hogtie you and leave you laying in the middle of the street while a wagon or a train's coming. She may or may not have left a few people on the railroad track. And right now we're just making a coal delivery to Blackwater, and then we'll go from Blackwater to the next one and work our way back over to Saint Denis. Like I said, so far we've made 450 experience, $244, and literally have done nothing but drive a wagon. We've not had to kill a single animal, we've not had to fight another person. Technically the lady that gave us a ride, we wouldn't have, if I hadn't said something, we wouldn't have had to do that. We could have hoofed it all the way back over to McFarland. But we did. She got a ride to speed us up. And we've drank 2 bottles of berry juice and ate 3 pieces of meat. So, I mean, that's about as passive gaming as you can get and be moving. Now, if you're a miner, you can have really passive. You can find you a mining spot and you literally hit the letter R twice per dig. Once to start the dig, once to collect. And you never have to move. So, that's about as passive as you can get. It's really, really freaking boring. But you can make really good money at it, so it's a send-off. There's always a balance in the game, and that's what I like. Coal and Coke Company. There we go. This is the view that I usually try to keep in when if I'm doing this, because I can see the road ahead of me, see if somebody's riding, and try to get out of their way. And it is nighttime. There we go. Yeah, I barely can see anything at the moment on the road. It's funny. Oh, that's a pretty shot right there. I wonder. No, 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 no. Oh, there we go. Right, there we go. Ta-ta. So we're not too far out from Blackwater. We just passed Bonnie McFarlane's ranch. All right. Oh, big turn, big turn. Wait a minute, have we passed McFarlane? Or are we coming up on McFarlane? So there's McFarlane to the left, so we're just now passing McFarlane's ranch. See, like I said, wagons in DRB are just like they are in official. If you have a wagon, the horses never get tired, so you can run them at full speed. But now some loads that you get will have, just like when you're doing moonshine or trader goods, they have the health meter for the wagon. So if you damage it or it gets damaged, of course you don't get as much, and your horses can die. So you have to worry about that, or somebody can just blow the wagon up and destroy your load. Now this right here is a very dangerous crossing because it's a blind spot. No matter which way you come into this right here, it's a blind spot. You see the horses right in front of me. So somebody coming the other way, like I can't see them until right now. Same, vice versa. Same with me. Whoa, where are my horses going? Or where is my one horse coming? Like somebody comes down that hill at full speed, they're not going to be able to stop before they hit me. Or vice versa. You see a lot of crashes and broken wagons left there. Ooh, see, barely saw them in time. The dark spot, that would have been bad. They had two horses. They had one, they'd have killed mine for sure. There's someone's campsite over there. The camp system that they have in the DRB is very, very good and unique. Like Roselyn here, she's part of a camp that is her and two other people. Ani is in a camp with, it's just her and one other person. So their camps are different sizes, whereas Little Shifting Spirit has her own small personal camp. You can put, it's a very small, you can put down 5 items, so like a tent, her cooking, or a cooking fire, the tanning rack, and a bed. And you can put down one more item. I think I put down a basket temporarily. But that's her little spot. So if you want, you can have a big camp with up to 9 people in it, which is freaking huge. Or just one person, or 4 people, whatever you need. Right, we'll just ride on here. Alright, coming into Blackwater here. Now, right as you always get into town, first, I know you go this way, but we're gonna slow down. Because like I said, there is a speed limit. Now, it is mostly verbal, you know, there's not a sign posted, but everybody knows that when you go into a populated area, a town, your horse or wagon should never be over a trot. Now, of course, there's people that don't listen because they want to do what they want to do, but they get caught by the law, or the law will, you know, stop them, let them know, hey, slow down, and they'll remember that. And if they see you doing it, you know, keep doing it, you know, you'll get a fine. And the way the fine system works is you don't pay the fine. They fine you, and the government takes it out of your bank account automatically. So there's no way to avoid paying the fine. And one day that building right there will be White Hair Investigations, I hope. If it gets approved. Alright. So there we go. So let's see, we ended up $315. Like I said, if we did the whole round trip, it'd be about 900 XP and like almost $500. Is there quicker ways to make money? Yes. Is there quicker ways to get XP and level your books up? Yes. Are they as fun? Well, that depends on you. Everybody has their own idea of what fun is. When I came here, I didn't want to grind. I wanted to enjoy the game. You can see right here, Roselyn is 36 levels, or books as they're called in the county. Ainurauco is about the same. As long as I've been here, I could have easily leveled them up really high. I'd have never had any interactions. I have missed so much of the RP, the storyline, and wouldn't have made probably any of the friends that I've made. Because you have to step in this world, you have to RP, you have to live in the world in order to exist. Otherwise, you're just playing, you know, official mode. But I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. Like I said, it was just a little round trip to keep Roselyn busy and out of the public eye for a while, to let the heat die down from where she may or may not have been involved in stuff. But I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. I hope everybody has a great day. Shifting Spirit, I may stream her a little bit this evening. She's my little Native American girl. Very naive, very fun to play though. Very fun to play. But don't forget to check out the Dakota River Band. You can type that in Google. It'll pull up their website. You can go straight there, and I'm about to die of thirst. Drink some of this berry juice. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that was made out of berries. I think it fermented. Yeah, that may be fermented. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. Like I said, don't forget to check out Dakota River Bend if you're interested in playing casual RP. It's not hardcore, it's very casual. Plenty of people around to help. You now know Roselyn, Spiritus. There's also Shifting Spirit. If you do come to the DRB, or if you're around, you see them, say hello. They'll be more than happy to say hello back. Just remember, you can always say, hey, I saw you in a twinkle. I'll know exactly what you mean. Twinkle is the word for Twitch or YouTube. So that's what we say in county instead of saying, because that technology doesn't exist in 1899, but a twinkle in your eye does, and we all know what that means. So make sure to drop by and say hello. Don't forget to check out White Hair Investigations here on YouTube, where I've got 35 different episodes of the White Hair Investigations loaded up. Definitely get to enjoy those. So, as always, make sure everyone has fun. Be careful chasing rabbits, because they have very small rabbits.
Howdy, ma'am.
We have really big heads. Hey, how you doing? Give me just a moment, okay?
Oh, no problem.
And that is Mr. Tiny. He's adorable.
I'm gonna scream by the campfire. Campfire.
Yeah.
Campfire.
Everybody have fun. Absolutely. And
Ooh.
like I said, be careful chasing rabbits. They have small holes. We have really big heads.
Hey.
You don't want to get stuck. And as always, never forget. Bye-bye.